I'm so happy today. Why am I so happy? I don't know. Could it be that we still have a Constitution? Are we using the Constitution? Well, all that can be said in one word. No, we're not using the Constitution. There's a lot of things going on in this country right now, and we need to get some things changed. But before we go on, let's do the introduction. I'm Jeff. I'm from Liberty Printing of New Hampshire, and I'm making videos to help you understand your rights according to the Bill of Rights. Also, there's a few things on my mind today that I want to talk about. First off, new hat, right? Why did I wear this one versus all the military ones? Because this country is not just a military country. We're not. We have a military. We are based on the idea that we have a civilian military, but at the same time, we have plenty of civilians that do so many different things. And who doesn't love a cowboy? So, anyway, on to the Constitution. We're on number 3. In the Bill of Rights, the Third Amendment talks about how you cannot take any soldier and board them in your house without your permission. Why do they do that? It's because every landowner has sovereign rights to their land. They go more in depth on your property rights in later amendments, but this one was very important because during that time you would have people from England putting soldiers into your home and saying you had nothing that you could do about it. Well, here they can't do it unless you say, okay, no problem. It's a small amendment, but it's also big because it shows that you are the king of your castle. Knowing that you're the king of the castle and knowing that you are your own government, what would you do in these circumstances today? Afghanistan, the tyrant in office who will not be named, and, well, the border crisis. The border crisis is a big one right now. How did they all get there? And boy, do they change the narrative of how they got there, including all these Haitians. First, they all flew over here, and then it was, oh, they've been here since 2010. Really? Most of them, I think, would be already doing something in those areas. No, there's a little bit more to that. Why do they want to change the makeup of our country? Well, it's easier to control people if they don't understand their rights. And if you bring new people in, well, you can tell them that they don't really have that right. Now, do they? So there's a lot of things going on. And when you're listening to the news and you hear something about a young, pretty woman that was killed, remember, people are murdered every day in this country. Fat, ugly, skinny, broke, male, white, black, Hispanic, Chinese. If I missed one, I'm sorry, but everybody is murdered in this country and in other countries. So this one that they're focusing on is to take your attention away from other things. The more important things. The person who's in office who obviously shouldn't be there. And how he got there? I'm still wondering that one. If you actually voted for him, I'd love to hear from you. I know I didn't vote for him. I voted for the other guy. Well, something was trumped up, if you ask me. Anyway, so back to what we were saying. So you can't have anybody boarded in your house unless you want them. And who would be boarded in your house other than soldiers? Well, how about police? If police are doing an investigation on your neighbor, do they have the right to bust into your place and say, hey, I'm going to use your place to watch that guy? No, they don't have that right. You see, if you own property, you should have certain inalienable rights. There's that word again, hard. But it's true. You are the king of your castle. You basically can do just about anything you want on your property, unless it breaks the law and they find out. Isn't that funny? Unless they find out. Well, I think most of you are doing the right thing on your property. And knowing that, we'll move on to the other parts that I was talking about. What's happening in this country right now? Why do I have to say this? Because they're trying to pull the wool over your eyes in so many ways. Do your own research. Don't just listen to me. Vaccine. Do you need it? Did you have COVID? If you had COVID and you got over it, you don't need a vaccine. You have natural immunity. Do you know you had COVID? Have you been checked for the real COVID? And I say it that way because these tests that they're putting out, these rapid tests, they're meant to check to see if you had any type of COVID, not the specific one that we're talking about here. And if you had any type of COVID, that's just a flu. Isn't that funny? Just a regular flu. Okay, so let's go past that now. Let's go to the border. If you had a piece of property and you put up a fence and you said, I don't want people in here because I am doing special things. No problem, right? It's the same with this country. You put up a border and say, hey, I don't want people in this country right now unless I decide that they're coming in. Okay, so then I make a door in my fence and I say, come to the door. Okay, one at a time. I'm going to check you and then this person and then this person. Nobody has the right to flood into our country. Those people are considered illegal. Illegal, huh? Last time I checked, illegal means against the law. If you are a lawbreaker, I don't want you here in this country. How about you? Do you want people that want to break the law? Or are they going to obey the law? It's one thing if you have too many laws and it's hard to avoid breaking the law. That's another problem in this country, but let's go further on. Okay, so there's the border, there's COVID, and there's, Afghanistan. How ridiculous is that? Afghanistan. Let's take out all the people that are protecting our people, and then everybody else can come out. What? Wait. How does that work? Oh, I see. Because you trust everybody there. We weren't there for 20 years because we trusted people. These were people that chose not to follow laws. They believe something different. Their law is in one thing, destroying us. Now, that's not all Muslims. Let's get that right. There are many Muslims that I have met in my lifetime, and they're very nice people. However, there are very many militant Muslims that believe that all non-Muslims need to perish. Well, those people can stay away from the people I care about. Otherwise, I think the swiftest justice will prevail. You can read in between the lines of what I'm talking about. So there are many issues here that they're trying to avoid you talking about by showing this young lady who was murdered. It's a sad thing. There are trials that go on every day of people that are murdered. Just look at Detroit or Chicago, who has multiple shootings and killings every weekend. You know, there are websites for that where you can track it and you can see just how many people are dying over there. Oh, wait a minute. Where's over there? It's here. So are they dying because we have guns? No, they're dying because they're killing each other over stupid things like drugs. Not killing each other over, I don't know, political means? Oh, wait a minute. Maybe they are. What's happening in this country? Who's dying and who's not? Who are you protecting? Who's not protecting you? We hire these people, civil servants. You're not the servant, they are. And they're supposed to be doing their job to protect you. Having the border open is not protecting you. Leaving Afghanistan before all civilians are out of Afghanistan, not protecting you. And telling you that you need to wear a mask and take a vaccine, both things which are detrimental to most people's health if they are healthy, is not protecting you. So you need to start thinking about this for yourself. Do your research. Don't take it from me. Don't take it from some person on TV that's going, you need to take this now for your neighbor. No, you need to do the research and find out if it's okay for you to take, if it's going to do you benefits, and if it'll do benefits for somebody else. What kind of a vaccine doesn't protect you from the virus? What kind of vaccine makes you more susceptible to people like me who don't have the vaccine, who had COVID possibly, or who don't have COVID and could pass it on to somebody that has the vaccine? It doesn't make any sense to me. It shouldn't make sense to you too. If it does make sense to you, ask me, talk to me, okay? Ask me questions, talk to me, and let's see if we can come up with something together. Now, as you know, we have a t-shirt company, livefreeordietees.com. We have many different t-shirts, including one that says, I identify as vaccinated. You should check it out. You might identify as vaccinated. You might identify as a patriot. You might think that a shirt that says, oh, I don't know, freedom isn't free. Pray for the revolution. Or what's another good one? Live free or die. We now have 2 t-shirts that say live free or die, including one of General John Stark, the person that said it the most recent times in the 1700s. It is an old saying, and I base my life on it. I am going to live free or die trying. So I hope all of you have good health today. I hope you have enjoyed my video. I hope I didn't bore you too much. And again, if you have questions, go to livefreeordietees.com. Ask me a question. And maybe on the next video, I will put it out here. Have a great day now.